This is from the University of California, San Diego. And it reads as follows. Asian high school students spend significantly more time studying and doing homework, Remy found, than any other ethnic or racial group. Averaged over the entire year, including summer vacations, the average non-Hispanic white student spends 5.5 hours per week studying hard or studying and doing homework, while Hispanic and non-Hispanic black students spend even less. In contrast, the average Asian student spends a whopping 13 hours per week. And so the average white student spends 5.5 hours per week studying and doing homework. And then the average Hispanic and black student spends even less than 5.5 hours. And in contrast, the average, not the top, the average Asian student spends 13 hours per week compared to 5.5 hours per week. And that's the white student. The black students spend even less time studying, right? Now, 5.5 and 2 would be 11. And so the Asian studies a little more than twice as much than students of other ethnicities. Parents' educational levels do not explain the differences, Remy said, as these become even greater if the sample is limited to children who have at least one parent with a college degree. And so this is not attributable to having parents who are more educated, because according to this research, the Asians who have a parent, in other words, even if the sample is limited to children who have at least one parent with a college degree, the differences become even greater. And this is from the University of California, San Diego. And this is the last statistic, again from the University of California, San Diego. Ramy next wondered, do Asian students coast once they escape the grips of the tiger moms? The gap is not so extreme among full-time college students, Remy said, but it is still the case that Asian students spend more time studying. 15 plus hours per week in comparison with white students who spend a little over 10 hours per week, and with black and Hispanic students who spend less time. And so even when they go to college, the Asian students still study more on average than their white and black counterparts. And so simply, Asians study more, their parents invest more into their education, and they have a philosophy towards education that causes them to put forth a value on academic effort, more so than their ethnic counterparts. And so they study more than other ethnicities. Their parents invest more in their children's education than other ethnicities. And they have a superior philosophy on education. They have a more superior philosophy on education than other ethnicities. And so some of these things, of course, are what contribute to Asian academic excellence. And so if